Hello, hello. All right, so we are going to talk today about social media. I think this is kind of one of those big ones where I'm going to try really hard to keep it short, but you may need to get out a pen and a paper because there is kind of a lot of little things that are helpful that maybe I can kind of break it down for you to make it simple. So, the first thing that you're going to want to understand is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. These are going to become your avenues that you're going to use to sell your business. Now, that sounds kind of strange because for a lot of you, maybe your Facebook's only ever been your personal and you barely post on it. Well, the first thing that you're going to have to get out of your head is that everybody sees everything you post. That's actually a false reality. Unless someone specifically hits follow, then the likelihood of them seeing every single one of your posts is like very unlikely. So don't for a second start thinking like, oh my gosh, people are just going to think that I am, bombarding them with, bombarding them with different videos or with different posts because that's very unlikely. So, you just need to like get that mindset out is that they are seeing everything and that you're kind of just like shoving all this stuff down their throats because you're not. Okay, so that's number one. So something that I try to aim to do is to post 3 to 4 times a day. That might seem a lot if you're someone who's never really posted, but I think when you begin to see yourself as someone who has value to add to people's lives, whether it be recipes or how much water to drink or um, I don't know, encouragement, whatever it is that you become great at in your business, that's value to someone's life. So don't think you're just like, every post is like join my team or buy something from me. Not at all. Every post is adding value to their lives. At least that's what you're aiming for. I'm so sorry. Um, so this is one of those video malfunction days where everything's going crazy. So, this is something I've always loved, and it's quality versus quantity. So if you don't have anything to say that day, don't worry about posting just something, because posting something that no one likes is actually worse than posting something at all. So start with just adding quality to your Facebook page. And something that I always like to think, like in that moment of maybe it's like a hard, you're doing like 49 burpees, or you're doing something that is tough in that moment. I think think of those things and think of how you can apply those tough moments to normal life, because really that is what Beachbody coaching is. It's learning how to take what's hard. Like, for example, I did yoga this morning, and she was like, most people you meet don't leave their comfort zone. And that is so true. Most people you meet stay in the job that they know, stay in the place that they are, and they are so afraid to go outside of the box. So how can you apply that to a post? So you begin to start thinking of it as you begin to start posting more about it. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tell people that what's changing. Don't be afraid to think that people are going to stop following you. If you've already sent your email to your family and your friends, they know what you're doing and they should support you, right? So I remember early on in the business, I had two close friends, and neither one of them were going to be involved in Beachbody. And I remember asking them, like, can you just tell me if I ever come across salesy? Like, I give you that open door to call me and say, hey, Kim, like, that was kind of salesy. That I opened that because I never wanted that to be what I was doing. I always want to be someone who is a cheerleader in someone's corner. So those are the kind of posts that I look to post. When I post about my kids, I post, I post the challenging moments, but I also post the love and the freedom it is to be able to not miss moments, or how they join me for a workout, or how my daughter never eats, but she drinks Shakeology and she has digestive issues and she doesn't have them anymore. So like those are the kinds of things. But I begin to integrate all of it into my life. So that's kind of where That's like the beginning of how you want to start thinking of things. So you want to make sure, and the way you, I would say, ensure that you're not salesy is, try to avoid stock images from Beachbody. When you Google, 21 Day Fix, try to avoid those stock images that people are like, they don't even see your journey. They just see Autumn. Bring them on yours. Show them what you're doing. If you're not where you're wanting to be fitness, that's okay. That's actually better, because then you can say you're real to people, and it's actually so much accountability for you and your journey if you say, hey, Facebook, you're my family. I'm bringing you on this journey. I'm starting the 21 Day Fix, and I'm going to tell you about the hard stuff and the good stuff and the food I get to eat and or whatever. But that's real. Autumn she's had her life. She's, and now she's the one who's coaching us. And so don't worry about posting what the program is. Be posting what you can offer the person. And I think that people will be more inclined to join you on their journey. Be excited about life. Don't jump in on political conversations, or if something is a little bit I'm not saying that you can't be real, but at the end of the day, if you're posting stuff that's negative, then you're just like everyone else on Facebook. Let people see you as someone who begins to who's beginning to bring them on your healthy journey, and healthy in all areas. Healthy in your marriage, healthy in your posting, healthy in your political life, healthy in all of it. I think that that's a big factor. And so being you isn't necessarily being fake because you're not posting about who should be the next president, but it's being a light in right now what's kind of a dark place. So I always think to try to just always be someone who's going to be the cheering in their life, because a lot of times when people sign up with me, it's because they want that daily life-giving encouragement. They don't want someone who's going to beat them down or be negative or be cussing or any of that. They just want real, positive, life-giving humans, right? So that's kind of what I would suggest in your posting and how to be posting on Facebook and Instagram. Definitely pick 3 social sites, or if you're just starting out, maybe just one. You can get lost in all of the details out there. There's, Twitter and LinkedIn and Snapchat and Facebook or whatever. I would aim to just pick one to start out with and do that one well. Don't get stuck in all the rest and then go from there. I have one kid moment thing that I just need to do, and I'm so sorry. And then I am there. Sorry. It was a kid emergency that I had to deal with. So pick that one site to do everything great on, and then own it. And then I think a lot of people, right at the gate, they just want to post. I think you see a lot of different different multi-level marketing companies out there that focus on just posting that. So they've fallen off. Whoever that person was, now they're just Rodan and Fields, or they're just, essential oils or whatever. Be you still. Don't take away from the reason people are your friend is because they're your friend. So really focus on not being all Beachbody. Find funny quotes or make funny quotes, or bring them on the funny stuff and the funny. If you want help on figuring out what to wear, bring them on that. These are great ways to just still continue to be you and not just Beachbody, because yes, you want people to know you're coaching. Yes, you want people to know that you host monthly challenge groups. Yes, you want people to know that they can become coaches too. But you also want them to know that you're in your corner. You're in their corner, whether they're Beachbody or not. And I think that that's how we ensure is that we continue to do stuff as we go. So start there, and then a couple things to help with your affinity in Facebook. So when you post a question, when you maybe on Thursday or we'll get into when you should post stuff, but when you're posting something great, try to, if you ask a question that's going to get some people asking. So like, let's say you're about to go buy a pair of shoes for an event that you're going to. Post, 4 different types of shoes and ask people what they love. And then later that day, that's when would be a great time to post like, hey, I'm starting a new challenge group this month and this is what it is. Because by people commenting on your stuff, that raises your affinity. So it raises the attention that your page gets. So there is a little bit of strategery, pretty sure it's not a word, in what Facebook does. So you can actually kind of beat the system when you're posting. There's specific times you want to post. Don't make this incredible post and post it on a Friday night. No one's going to see it. But like Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, those are great times to post. Even sometimes during the day or like that 3 o'clock hour when people are kind of like done with their work day, ready to give up, these are great times to be posting. So focus on something I like to do is I write out a schedule for the week, and I usually do it on a Sunday because I kind of know what's going in, and I think about, okay, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm always going to post a transformation. On Sunday, I'm going to talk about how coaching's changed my life and kind of invite people to the journey. And then the rest of the week, I'm just gonna post, and I usually have a game plan. Like maybe I have a new favorite workout move, and I'm gonna share it with them, or maybe I have a new tea that I love, or whatever the case. I don't just post it on a whim. I kind of save stuff because it makes it much easier to just be posting, to post kind of here and there with some sort of plan in place. So I think that's all my tips for you today. People love recipes, so those are great. You can just post away and let people see. That's like that brings a lot of attention to your page, and you don't even have to give them the recipe. You can tell them you'll message them, because as you post more on people's pages, those people will show your stuff will show up on their page, which is kind of cool. So something I like to do is on people's birthdays, I go on their birthday and I add them to a list called prospective clients, and then I post on their page. And now I will go to that list, because you can go to Facebook and just view people on that list, and then I'll comment on their stuff, because then that way those people will begin to show up more in my feed. I will begin to show more in their feed, and then they don't kind of miss out on stuff, and then I'm not really like cyber stalking them, but in a way I know that they would be a great coach, or they know would be a great challenger, or I've heard them talk about wanting to lose weight, or whatever it might be. So that's kind of a little tip that I like to do, and then it also helps me go through my Facebook friends and really maybe remove some of those ones that just kind of snuck in there, or they kind of know them, or old friends that don't need to be in there anymore, because at the end of the day, we're capping to be the biggest coaches ever, right? So you can only have 5,000 friends. So I always think of it as, well, I don't need everyone to be my friend, but I want the people who are going to be encouraging to me, and I want to be the ones that I can be encouraging to. Those are the people I need in my list. So I hope that's helpful. Please ask questions if there's any questions that you have. And this will become so much easier as we move along and move forward. But I always think of, at the end of the week, if you audit your Facebook page, would someone know that you're a coach? Would someone know that they can sign up and do a challenge group or do something with you? And would they know that coaching opportunity is also for them? Those are 3 things that you want to be able to look at your Facebook and have no question that those are answered, but not in a bad way, not in a salesy way. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. Have a great day. Remember to comment below and ask your coach any questions you have. Thanks.